Ultra Supersonic took the Hyper Master Emerald and sacrificed his life for the sake of the timeline in Sonic 4. The movie. Time itself froze with the transformation of Super Mega Sonic, surrounded by the 7 Super Emeralds floating around him. With a massive shockwave, he reached the speed of light in a microsecond, appearing directly before Rouge the Bat. His eyes turned completely white as he grabbed her by the neck and slammed her against the base of a colossal pillar. In his right hand, he formed a powerful chaos energy orb. Sonic glared at her with fury, his gaze filled with unrestrained rage, revealing only one intention: to annihilate her. But as Sonic charged his attack, a space-time rift opened behind him. This rift was the work of Shadow the Hedgehog, who, upon seeing Sonic rush at full speed to annihilate Rouge, slid back as fast as he could, focusing his power into his 2 Chaos Energy Inhibitor rings. From behind, Shadow struck Sonic with a massive Chaos Blast, causing him to crash Rouge against another pillar. Shadow then shaped that energy into a colossal Chaos Control Arrow, which pierced Sonic from his back, through his chest. Yet Sonic would not remain idle. Increasing his Chaos Energy and channeling it through the arrow, he transmitted it back, forcing Shadow to overload with energy, pushing him to the brink of collapse. Taking advantage of Shadow's blind spot as he struggled not to overload, Super Sonic unleashed a shockwave explosion that would have destroyed Shadow if not for Shadow's Chaos Control Shield. The barrier resisted the blast, though it hurled Shadow 8 kilometers away. There, Super Sonic appeared before him once again, recreating a second Chaos Energy Sphere and amplifying its power to the maximum, intent on annihilating Shadow. But Shadow did the same, and from his body erupted a massive vortex of red energy. When their attacks collided, the devastation unleashed was unlike anything ever seen on Earth. Yet the truly astonishing event was only about to begin.
Hey you! Don't forget subscribe!
Please subscribe to our channel!
Subscribe now!
Witnessing this inexplicable destruction, Tails looked from afar and asked himself, how did we reach this point? 3 hours earlier, a floating island had appeared on Earth, Angel Island. Tails quickly identified it thanks to his knowledge, and Knuckles recognized it as well. From the moment the island emerged, the Master Emerald in Knuckles' possession was drawn to it like a magnet. For this was the 7th Master Emerald needed for the Hyper Master Emerald to arise within the sanctuary of Angel Island. The immense power concentrated on the island was causing it to shatter into pieces. But this island had not arrived on Earth by mere chance. It was part of a prophecy. Inside the sanctuary of the island, where the Hyper Emerald rested, the largest wall bore a carving of Sonic in a super state, but not as we had always seen him. It revealed that the emerald consumed him, transforming him into a being of pure evil. Eggman already knew this. Transported from the alternate dimension where Angel Island originates, sent there accidentally after the explosion of the Ark colony, he returned with a plan. To push Sonic out of control and make him appear as the villain, so that Eggman could defeat him as the hero. For this, he arrived not only with his technological army, but also with his new ally, Rouge the Bat. While Knuckles fought against enormous robots and drones unleashed by Dr. Robotnik, chaos spread everywhere. Through the sanctuary's passages, Rouge the Bat walked directly toward the emerald, already having the coordinates. And there they were, the 7 Master Emeralds from 7 different dimensions, floating in a circle, giving rise to the Hyper Master Emerald, the union of them all. Rouge pointed her laser gun to ensure there were no technological traps guarding the emerald. With her jewel thief skills, she disabled them in seconds. Smirking maliciously, she seized the White Master Emerald from the Light X dimension, following the precise order required to deliver them to Eggman. But not everything would go as planned. Sonic arrived at that very instant at full speed, intercepting her. Rouge began to fly to evade him, but Sonic, furious at the destruction the island and robots were causing in the city, unleashed his power. With a single strike, he knocked her down, causing her to drop the White Master Emerald. After the impact, Sonic picked up the Green Master Emerald, the one from Earth, to return it to Knuckles. But this was the great mistake, for it was not the correct order in which the emeralds had to be taken. And now, the consequences had begun. Suddenly, Sonic, no longer in control of himself, began absorbing power from both the White Master Emerald and the Green one excessively. Due to chaos resonance, the remaining 5 Master Emeralds instantly started channeling their energy into Sonic without his interference. Eggman smiled, for his plan was unfolding better than expected. Ultra Super Sonic began to transform, his golden color emerging as the ground cracked and lava erupted. He launched himself toward Rouge the Bat, intent on annihilating her. At that moment, Shadow arrived to stop him, and everything that had been seen at the beginning unfolded. The massive red vortex created by Shadow collided with Sonic's enormous chaos energy sphere. The explosion was so immense that Tails witnessed it from afar. Reality itself began to distort, and time started to rewind. The clash of their attacks forced Ultra Super Sonic and Shadow to push time backward. The time jump was not long, only 3 minutes back, right when Shadow had arrived to defend Rouge the Bat. But now, instead of creating a spear that Sonic overloaded with energy, nearly making him explode, Shadow formed a sphere of energy. When it clashed against the sphere created by Super Sonic, both compressed into a small orb of black energy with red and white flashes. Upon exploding, it countered the resonance of the 7 Master Emeralds, causing them to fall to the ground, disabled. As a result, Ultra Super Sonic began losing his transformation, second by second. Shadow lay embedded in the massive rock after the impact, gazing into the distance with relief, believing he had managed to stop Sonic, or so it seemed. For there we see Sonic, struggling to rise from the ground, crying, unable to remember anything, yet with Shadow's gaze upon him, he understood that he himself had caused all of this. From this point forward, everything would become more complicated. Rouge, who had slipped away after the explosion, reached Eggman's ship. Eggman grabbed her by the face and said, "You'd better have fulfilled your mission." Rouge revealed a fragment of one of the emeralds that had shattered in the blast. Eggman smiled and declared, "Everything is going far better than expected. Phase 2 of my plan begins now. The Hedgehog, the supreme villain of Earth, is about to be born. Dark Sonic. It is time to be born." After 5 days of experimentation, Eggman imprisoned Rouge the Bat. Then he decided to unleash his heavy artillery, awakening an army of 130 Metal Sonics and deploying them across the United States to hunt down Sonic. While Sonic was training alone in New York State Park, he was ambushed by them but saved by none other than Amy Rose, who came from the same dimension as Rouge the Bat and knew Eggman's entire plan. Yet Amy's rescue came too late. One of the Metal Sonics fired a chaos energy beam at Sonic, powered by the Emerald artifact, destined to give birth to Earth's supreme villain. After Sonic absorbed all that dark energy, the catastrophic began. From his body emanated a dense dark energy that almost resembled mist. In an instant, his entire form turned completely black, surrounded by a purple aura of chaos energy, with only his eyes remaining a brilliant white. Super Dark Sonic had transformed. But not everything went according to Eggman's plan. Dark Sonic broke free from Eggman's control. As Metal Sonic lunged at him, expecting him to remain immobilized, Dark Sonic, with sensory abilities surpassing even Yosh, dodged to the left without even looking. Launching himself forward, he struck Metal Sonic with pure fists, destroying him in mere seconds, leaving him utterly defenseless. But Eggman's plan had not completely failed. Seeing all this, the rest of Team Sonic tried to stop their friend, and what a disaster it was. One by one, they were defeated, with Amy Rose being the first to fall, the same one who had saved Sonic's life only minutes earlier. So subscribe and press F in the chat for little Amy Rose, who wanted to shine and was extinguished. All of this was broadcast live, and now the entire United States would learn that Sonic, as Dark Sonic, was the most disastrous villain, even attacking his own allies. It was then that Eggman revealed the third phase of his plan. The very Metal Sonic that Dark Sonic had just destroyed began to rise again. For with every blow received from Dark Sonic, he had stolen fragments of his dark energy, now fused with Sonic's DNA. Thanks to this, he was reborn in his ultimate form, Neo Dark Metal Sonic. From his back, Neo Dark Metal Sonic unleashed enormous metallic tentacles, each capable of attacking independently with brutal force. When one of his fists clashed against Sonic, reality itself began to fracture. If Supersonic's power against Shadow had been able to rewind time, this new power, 80 times greater, threatened to destroy time itself. Seeing that failure would mean not only the death of his friends but the annihilation of Earth and all life as we know it, Sonic regained his consciousness for a fraction of a second. Realizing there was no escape, he made the sacrifice that would end it all. He transferred all his power into Neo Dark Metal Sonic, reaching absolute zero, and detonated him in a cataclysmic explosion. But this was not a complete victory. Neo Dark Metal Sonic was indeed destroyed, Eggman was neutralized, and Rouge the Bat was rescued. Yet because Sonic's energy had reached absolute zero, he died, sacrificing himself as the greatest hero the United States had ever known in all of history. Remember, this video is nothing more than a theory created by me, with much love and with the sole purpose of entertaining you. If you want more videos like this, please ask me in the comments, and soon I'll be bringing them to you.